Okay, the issue is this. Black people, I care for you so much. I love black people. In fact, I'm accused of actually loving black people too much than I'm supposed to. That's the accusation I'm having at the moment, of loving black people too much than I'm absolutely supposed to. What they call over loving of black people too much. That's the accusation. And the guilty plea I'm told I'm going to be, given. It's a crime, over loving of black people. Guilty. That's the guilty verdict I'm accused of, And many people ask me, why are you so obsessed with black people? Why do you love black people too much? Don't you see that black people don't care about themselves so much? And I'm like, yeah, I can understand. Now, the issue I wanted to talk about here is the issue of Phil, the guy who does the advice show. Now, I've noticed that so many black swellers, whatever they call it, black swellers, I don't know, coons or whatever they call, self-hating Negro swellers, have been bashing this brother Phil. I noticed that there is recent attacks of this brother Phil for dating a white female. But I've noticed that the people who are bashing Phil, attacking Phil a lot, 90%, 99% of them are swellers and ex-swellers. 99% of people who are bashing, who are attacking this guy called Phil, all of them are married to people who are not black. Every person who's bashing Dr. Phil, 90% of them are married, engaged, and looking for Caucasian type people. Almost every person who's attacking that person is actually looking for Caucasian. If they're black men, they're looking for, white pussies. And if there is a black female, most of the ones who attack, I've noticed the attack. I was looking at Serena Williams, Serena Lee, the black female who married a white dude. The black female, Serena Williams, and black women rejoiced. They rejoiced. I mean, they went over the moon rejoicing for a black female. Every time I see a black female with a Caucasian dude, the glorification of black of that black woman from black women, it's over the roof. But anytime I see a brother or a black man with a white female, they get attacked from all sorts, north, east, west, south. Now, in the world, we all know there are two races. There's black and white. Opposite races, black and white. There are only two races in the world. There are only two races on earth, black and white. There is nothing in between. It is black and white. Either you are black going white or you are white going black. There are only two races. You either go black or you either white. You are either extreme white or in your way to be white, or you are either extremely black or in your way to be black. That's like me and white. There are only two races on planet Earth. Asians are not a race, remember. Asia, Mexico, Arabs, they're not races. These are mixed people or super hybrids on their way to be either black or white, depending on who they marry. Okay, a person who's from India, if they date a Caucasian person, they're going to make a Caucasian baby. So in India, Indians are classified as Europeans. So India, as we speak, including Chinese, Asian, Arabs, all of them are classified as European, including Mexicans. All Mexicans are classified as European, including those people in Puerto Rico and all the stuff. They're classified as European. Okay, the genealogy, they're almost 90% white, or if mixed with any person who's white, they produce a white baby. So they're classified as Caucasian. Arab is not a race. Remember, culture, it's not a race. Native Indians, by their DNA, in fact, they're classified as white, even if they're native Indians. Okay. If you go to Peru, all Peru have got long straight hair. They're native there, but through their genealogy they're actually Caucasian. They're not necessarily white as we call, because most people we normally call white meaning Europeans, but there are many people who are white and are not Europeans. Japanese are white but they're not Europeans. Chinese are white but they're not Europeans. So many people need to understand that just like if you go to Africa, there's a Bushman, they're black, they're Bushmen. The Maasai, they're blacks, the Africans and black. The Bushmen, they're also black. There are different types of black people in Africa. They're all blacks, but there are different types of black people. If you go to Africa, you will notice that a Nigerian look nothing like a Bushman. But guess what? Bushman is African and black, Nigeria is African and black. If you put them in front of you, they look completely different. You look at a Somali, looks nothing like a Nigerian. Both of them are black. You look at an Ethiopian, looks nothing like a Nigerian or a West African. Both of them are black. You look at a Maasai, looks nothing like Nigeria or like any South African. Both of them are black. You need to understand all of them are under the black umbrella. You don't have necessarily to belong with it. The features we have are geographical. That's all. But now the issue I want to talk here is the issue of Dr. Phil. I've noticed that a lot of people are attacking Dr. Phil. I mean, not Dr. Phil, this brother Phil. Okay, they're attacking this brother Phil. I don't want you brothers to feel. A lot of black swellers or black people are led, I need to, particularly in America, a lot of black women and black men in America are psychologically damaged. Okay, psychologically damaged because of their past or because of their what you call exploitation induced suffering. Majority of black people in America suffer from a lot of, they've got medical demons, psychological demons of the way they were raised in America. 99% of black people in America suffer from psychological exploitation demons of the past, demons of the way they are raised in America, demons of being under the belly of the beast, just the same way as their ancestors were. A lot of black people, including black people, their ancestors, if you look at the suffering of black Americans ancestors, slavery, a lot of black people in Africa like me, we never go through things like that. But if you look at black America, that suffering and pain of slaves in the United States was passed on from generation to generation. Sadly, a lot of black people suffer from past injustices which were never solved. And it has created a situation of black people disliking themselves. Now, it's not necessarily mean that the black people in America didn't like themselves, but the way they suffered as a result of being black made them hate being black. Okay, because they started associating as black with suffering, which made them pretty much act in a way of trying to, it's sort of like try to mutate your way. It's like trying to mutate yourself away from what you are supposed to be, to escape your bondage. Pretty much I would call it your bondage. If you look at the attacks this guy is going through, who is called Phil, a lot of black people, in order for them in America, even if you don't attack black people in America, even if they don't attack, even if you, let's say Dr. Phil married a black woman, most black people in America, most black females, I mean, a lot of black females suffer from past demons, past psychological traumas of the way they are raised in America. Pretty much America is like it's like black people in America, it's like they're surrounded with the sort of, it's like a surviving in the belly of the beast type. situation. That's the thing I see in America. But just talking about black people a little bit, this man Phil is, attacking this black man and saying he's married. I've noticed that most of the people who are attacking this brother, all of them are, 90% of them are swellers. 99% of them are swellers. And if you look at every person who's attacking this guy swell, this Phil guy, black people in America needs to heal their darker inner demons of why they act the way they act. They've got psychological demons of the past. A lot of black people, black females, black men. Now, even if you look at this guy who's Phil, let's say he's not with that white female and he wants to go with a black female. Black females in America are too damaged, very, very psychologically damaged, and it's a problem because they themselves are damaged. They make it impossible for black males to love them. Why? Because a lot of black females in the United States are damaged souls. You see what I'm saying? It's like, it's good, of course, to attack black swellers, but those black people who are not swellers, or black people who are anti-swellers and things like that, they need to be healed. Black swellers needs to be healed. Black people who are not swellers needs to be healed psychologically. A lot of black people have got psychological traumas of the past. They've got past inner demons of the past. The past is the way they were raised in America. That's the danger of black people in America. The way they are raised in America, their surrounding, their environment, the way black people are raised in America itself, and the way black people are raised in America is the biggest problem. Even if you take black people who are anti-swelling together, black people who are anti-swelling, and you put them together, they still need to be healed before they become functioning people. Before they even become a functioning. Because a lot of black females, one thing I noticed when I went to America, I live in Canada. One thing I noticed when I went to America, I noticed black females, the dysfunctioning of a black female makes it impossible for a black man even to want to be around them. Not because a black man hates black women. No. Black men love black women 100%. I do love black women 100%. Black men love black women 100%. Black men love black women. There is no woman on earth suitable for a black man than a black woman. There is nobody on earth who is loved by a black man on earth than a black woman. Nobody. Nobody, 100%. That's me, I'm telling you straight up. Now, I agree that nowadays black people in the media, we are encouraged to be fetishes of the rest of the world. We are not being encouraged to be who we are. We are encouraged to be fetishes of the rest of the world. The rest of the world does not give a toss or shit about a black person. They like you as a fetish. If you are black, you are loved as a fetish and not as a human being. Nobody on earth who's going to love a black person because he's a black person. They're going to love you as a fetish. Full stop. The only person who can love you as a human being or as a black person is someone who's black. That's it. That's it. Okay? Any question you say is wrong. Black people are only loved as fetishes, and that's it. Nothing else. Nobody is going to love a black person as a human being except another black person. A black person is the only person who can love another black person as a human being. Anybody else is going to be a fetish, and that's it. It's going to be a fetish, it ends there. And black people currently at the moment are encouraged to be fetishes of the world. That's all. That's the role you are playing. Nobody's going to like you. No any other race on earth is going to like a black person because they're a black person. No. They're going to like you as a fetish. That's it. Don't fool yourself and say they're going to love you. Nobody is gonna care enough to say I love you enough to care for you, to change your environment, to change the way black people positively. They're not going to do this. I don't want to do that. No, they're not going to do that. Their love for you, or their love for any person who's not black, their love for a black person is going to end in the bedroom. You understand me? Any person who's not black, the way they like a black person is the love which is going to end in the bedroom, on the sheets. That's all. That's where the black love ends. Not economically, not politically, not economically, not whatever. Okay? The love they're going to have for black people ends in the bedroom. Begin in the bedroom and ends in the bedroom. And that's it, period. Unless you are stupid, if you are a thinker, you need to be a free thinker. Black people need to learn to think globally. Don't think ghetto. Don't be subjected to think outside the box. Don't be ghetto minded. You must be global minded. Look at things from a bigger picture. That's what I do. Don't look at things from a small, minute. No. Everything you do, you need to look at things from a bigger scale. Okay, from a global. Be a globalist thinker. A global thinker, a free masonry thinker. Be a global thinker. Not a in-box thinker. A closed-minded. Ghetto-minded. A ghetto-minded, it's like what Tupac Shakur used to say. I used to listen to Tupac Shakur back in the days. He used to say black people have got a lot of black people's vacation is going to a grandma next door. They know nothing of the world. That's what Tupac used to say that in the 90s. And I used to listen to Tupac. He said every black man is born and is more likely to die in the ghetto. Born in the ghetto and die in the ghetto. They're not globalists. Blacks were never globalists. They think narrow. They're curved in. They're not looking at things on a global scale. Tupac used to say every black man is more likely to be born in the ghetto, is more likely to die in the ghetto. You know, so I said, like I said, a lot of black people in America needs to be healed first. If whether you're a sweller or not a sweller, a lot of black people, when I look at black females in America, that's psychologically damaged. Because even if a black man in America wants to deal with a black woman, if I meet a black woman who's really nice, understanding, beautiful, and has got a big and nice booty and all this stuff, and I meet one black woman, I pray God to, like, Jesus Christ, where did this black woman come from? Because for a long time, for the past 20 years, I have never seen a black woman like that. Every time I meet someone who's nicer, it's mostly a non-black female. Every time I talk with women, the moment you talk to a black woman, 9 out of 10 they've got negative energy. I don't know where it's coming from. I've noticed when I'm talking, every time you talk to a black female, I don't know why. Before I left Africa 20 years ago and went to Canada, I visited nearly 22 countries. One thing I noticed is that when I was in the continent in Africa, black women in Africa are very naturally beautiful. I don't know, in their own natural environment, they're very nice. There's nobody as beautiful, as nice, as docile as a black woman. And no woman on earth is going to make a black man feel good as a black woman. And there's no one on earth who can make me feel really calm down and really feel good. It's a black woman who understands her role, who understands and loves being black, who understands that she's a black woman who are at peace with who they are. What we are seeing nowadays, a lot of places outside Africa and in many parts of Africa, in many parts, I've noticed that in West Africa, in many parts, black females are picking up, I don't know, through the media and through the, nowadays, because they're accessing mobile phones and computer and things, so they're accessing what they see in America, the self-hating, the anti-black mentality from black females outside. And those black females come to Africa, and now that anti-black mentality, it is seeping into African females. I've noticed, especially in the past 2 decades. In the past nearly, I would say the past 3 decades, I've noticed that a lot of African females, what they see outside, they watch talk shows, they watch a lot of media, things coming from America and Europe, this anti-black thing coming from America, from black females in the United States, is seeping into Africa. A lot of Africans who are going to the United States, they're picking on things which was never natural to them. And that is the self-hatred of being black. The biggest thing which I noticed even in Africa. I've noticed that in Africa, they were never like that. 3 decades ago, a black female was more at peace being black. She was more loving, more nice. She was more at peace with herself. And that is the only black female who can work with a black man. That is the only black female who can work. Any other type of a black female, it ain't gonna work with a black man. It ain't. It's not gonna work. The only type of a black female you can work with or love, it's a black woman who's at peace with herself. Peace with her own skin. I'm at peace with my own skin. You know what I'm saying? Those type of females are the only females you can build a black female, not only a black female, a life with. But what I noticed in America, black females are not at peace with themselves. They're at war with themselves. Black females, that's the thing I noticed in the United States. Black females in America are at war with themselves. And it's a bigger problem, because as a black man, most black men, if they look at a black female, there is this fear that this thing, a black woman is like a thing. Now, most black women in America, the way they look, because when I went to America from Canada, I noticed one thing in America. Black women in America are some of the most beautiful women I've never seen. Because coming from Africa, I'd never seen women who look like that. I've never seen a black woman looking pretty and hot in Africa being treated like shit. In Africa, I've never seen things like that. In Africa, a black woman who's an outstanding, she's treated more like a queen. She's treated more like royalty over there in Africa. But when I noticed that in America, I noticed so many black women are more hotter than I thought. A lot of black females in America look extremely beautiful than I thought. Millions of them. They look way hotter than I expect coming from Africa. I've never seen black women looking beautiful in abundance the way they are in America. You know, and one thing which surprised me is that they look hot, but that they treat each other so brutal, it's like their beauty doesn't matter to them. You know, the way they look, because I've looked at black women versus black women in America, they treat each other so brutal, I've never seen that. Because in Africa, you know, black women rarely treat each other like that. They never treat each other like that. In Africa, only children, with those who go to school, they won't act like that. But in America, it's like whether a black woman is 16, 20, 30, 40, they're extremely brutal to each other. It's like they disregard how beautiful they are. They're at war. They're not at peace with the I don't know, maybe it's the way they were raised and the past demons which they carry. And sadly, two people with a negative mentality cannot work. One thing I noticed in America, that's the thing I noticed, is that black women suffer from inner demons of the way they were raised in America. A woman who hates being what she is, it's impossible to love something which hates being what it is. It's impossible. You can enjoy a fat woman who loves being fat. God damn it, it's my favorite. Women who love the way they are, women who are at peace. You can't enjoy a black woman unless she's at peace with herself. The only black female who a black man can love, enjoy, whether he is poor or he's rich or whatever, the only black woman who a black man can enjoy is a black woman who is at peace with herself. She has to be at peace with herself. In order to be the black woman, she must be a black woman who loves the way they are. A black woman who does not love who they are, I don't care whether they are pro-black or what, they're more a threat. They're more like a threat. Self-hating people are the biggest threat to themselves. You see, because by nature, the laws of nature says you cannot produce what you hate. So if you are a self-hating person, you are the biggest threat to your own existence. This is why I don't like people who self-hate, who have got a hatred. You can't enjoy them. A woman who's more feel good, nice, who smiles every time I approach a white female, a Chinese, an Asian, not to date them, just to talk with them. Chinese, Asian, white women, Arab women, whether they're Mexicans or what, or women who are not black. Every time you approach them, they're more nicer, and that's what kills me. They're more nicer, more inviting, more smiling, more ease. They're at ease and peace with themselves, and that is the biggest thing which pulls black males. That's the thing which is not to say black men wants these women because of their colors, of the way they look, their skin color. Because guess what? If a white woman, like white women, if white women are white and their skin color means they're extremely racist because they're white, black men are not going to go for them. No. In order to be with someone, they must be inviting, number one. There must be an interest of you. You cannot date someone who doesn't like you. No. You can't date. This is why back in the past, very few black men would approach white women, because white women were told, you are not going to bring a nigger here. And they had the same spirit too. So you couldn't approach them. The only way you can date someone is if they themselves are easily approachable. They must be inviting. Otherwise, you cannot go to a person with a disliking of you. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of things I noticed that every time I've approached a lot of white women who were out of my league, Asian women who were out of my league, Mexican, all these type of females who are not black, who were out of my league, 9 out of 10, they're more inviting. They're more inviting, more peace of themselves. They're more at ease with themselves. They're more relaxed. They don't have inner tension. And that is the biggest puller. That's the biggest attraction magnet for males. It's nothing to do with their skin color. Because all these females, if they act differently, if they act nasty or any way nasty, no black man is going to go to them. A black man will look at them and say, well, any person with a skin like that, they're too nasty. But sadly, these females are very differently cultured. They've got a different way in which they were raised. For black females in America, that's the problem. Sadly, the ghettos in America, black women are raised brutal. I went into America, I've seen some black females fighting with other black females. Man, they were extremely brutal to each other. I was shocked to Jesus Christ, if black women are so nasty like that to other black women, how are they going to create a peaceful coexistence in their neighborhood? If you could look at a black woman in America, most of them are just that is the thing we need in America, is to create a situation of people to be happy within their own. I don't support, I'm not into swelling, whatever they call it, swelling in America. I'm not into that. No. But black females, they must have a situation whereby they must have a different spirit. Because it does not make sense for, let's say, a black man like me. Sometimes I met an older black woman, I don't know. I met an older black woman, she was like 46 years old. And she looked very beautiful. She was 46, she's a grandmother. She was 46 years old. A grandmother, black woman. I met her on the street. She was so nice and sweet. She was actually dark skinned like me. She was extremely nice and sweet to me. I was shocked. I was like, I've never met a black woman like that in 19 years. 19 years. Since I left Africa, I've never met a black woman like that. The black women like that are in Africa. the 99%, the hundreds and millions of black women who are extremely nice, very docile, very kind, laughing, smiling, soft. I mean, they looked at me like I'm their own son. I was like, I wanted to actually kiss this grandmother, this black grandmother. I really do. I wanted to hug her and actually kiss her. I said, you know what, grandma, you really look so pretty. I want to hug and kiss her. Well, she was extremely nice. I've never met a black woman like that. On the street, I would say that for me, that's 19 years ago. The last time I met a black woman like that was in Africa, 19 years ago. Outside Africa, I've been in Europe, America. No, I've never met a black woman like that. No. In fact, if I met a black woman like that, I actually think that she must be an angel sent by God. Probably she would disappear back to heaven. I've never met a black woman like that. Most of the black females I met, they're extremely not good. Not good. That's the problem. Because the problem, a lot of black men is like this. Black men in America suffer a lot of economic. A lot of black American males. Black American males suffer from economic. It's sort of like the economic attack. That's the biggest targeted males in the United States. Black American males. That's one thing I noticed. That the biggest targeted males I've never seen on earth. There's a sort of like a secret anti-black males in America. A secret anti-black men in America are the most targeted. A black woman, she's female, so she's seen more like she's not a threat and stuff like that. But because a lot of black men suffer from, a lot of demons of the way they are raised in America. You buy a car, the police might stop you and take your life. You go on the street, another brother might take your life. I mean, the life of black American males is got full of tensions. I've never lived like that in Africa. I mean, nobody lives like that in Africa. Even a war zone country, a country which is war torn, is 10 times safer than in America. Because many people would say, well, that site is the site in which there is war. This site is safe, you can do what you like. That's what it is in Africa. And people don't dream of someone is going to come and shoot you in Africa. There's nothing like that. Very rare people think of someone coming to shoot you. In America, it's sort of like a daily thing. In Africa, nobody thinks of that. You know what I mean? Nobody thinks of something like that. I lived like in Namibia, in Botswana. I've seen no gun in almost 30 years. You never see anyone being shot. It's very rare to even hear someone being shot with a gun. Extremely rare in many parts of Africa. In almost 70% of Africa, it's extremely rare unless you live in a war-torn country like North DRC, or North Nigeria and some Somalia, some war-torn countries. The bulk of Africa is very rare. Very rare to hear someone being shot. Like, the problem in America is that the tension. A lot of black people in America, the way they're raised, they're not at peace. The thing is about black Americans is that they're not at peace within themselves. Again, America is not at peace with them. The larger popular people, the larger majority people are not at peace with black people in America. At the same time, black people are not at peace with themselves, and they create worse lifestyle for themselves. Black people in America, one thing I note, they create a lifestyle which is much instead of creating if you are under attack, make your home at least a livable, a peaceful place for you to rest. If you're attacked on the street and your house, your home itself is a war zone between you and another partner, then the stress levels of black men becomes extremely high. That's why a lot of black males think, life is not things, everybody's against them. And life, it's, they live with the mentality that we're not going to make it. I don't think I'm going to make it 25 or 30. And think of a situation or a person who thinks like that. I've never seen people who think like that in Africa. But I've noticed that's the case in America. So I started feeling sorry for a lot of these black American males. Even if poor people are in Africa, most poor people in Africa would rather feel sorry for a black American man than themselves. I come from Africa. I've seen a lot of poor people in Africa. But to be quite honest, I feel sorry for black America than in Africa. I feel sorry over there that in Africa people are more free. They live in their own country, in their own landscape, that they don't even dream of anything. Even if they're poor, they don't even dream of someone coming to attack them. Or a police officer they don't even think of a cop coming to shoot them. Even in Africa, even if a police officer come in front of you with a gun, they don't even care whether he's got a gun or not. Because it's very rarely we've got things of a police being a person who threatens people. Like in America. In America, people are scared of police officers. It's like, I've never seen things like that. In Africa, a police officer is the worst thing. Nobody even look at a cop in Africa. A police officer is actually the least thing to be scared of. Whether you are driving fast or speeding or running away or you are a thug or a criminal, the police officer is the least thing to be scared of in Africa. He's the least. He's the least. People don't even talk. Have you ever seen people talking about a cop in Africa? No. They don't even care whether they've got guns or not. They don't at all. They're completely they're not even an issue to discuss. But in America, I've noticed that black people, black men feel the thing. But that's the thing. The issue I wanted to talk is that black people in America, they're not at peace. Black women in America, the problem in America is that black women are not at peace with themselves. Black women in America hate the way they are. That's the problem. They hate the way they look. They hate the way they, they hate their features, or they hate the way they look. I went into America and I've seen black women fighting for weaves. And I didn't know what was a weave. And someone said, oh, it's a wig, it's a hair, which they buy on the shop. And they were fighting like they were going to kill each other. And I was shocked. I've never seen something like that. In Africa, a black woman in Africa would rather buy a banana for a child to eat than a wig. That's the difference. In America, a black woman could starve to death fighting for a weave. In America, fighting for a weave. A black woman could kill another black woman for a weave. And that shocked me. That completely shocked me. In Africa, a black woman would rather take the money for weave and buy a bread or a banana for a child to eat. That's the completely different nature of black Americans and black Africa. In Africa, a black woman would be like, if you attack someone, and if you are a black woman and say, well, if you have got children and you buy a weave, and you've got starving children at home, and then your husband see you buying a weave and you've got starving children, you could be put to death. 100% you take your life straight out, and he's going to be supported. In Africa, if you do something like that, a man will take your life. You take the money for the food and you buy your weave. In the continent, a person will be supported for actually taking your life. So don't do things like that. You must be super rich to buy a weave in Africa. Super rich to buy a weave. You must be super rich in order for you to do that. And it's unseen for black females in Africa to fight for weave. They would laugh at you if you say people can fight for weave or buy for weave. In Africa, if you see an African person buying a weave, he's rich in Africa. They're either rich and they've got plenty of food, plenty of money to waste. You see, they don't go as far. They're not as crazy to the magnitude of black American females. The black American females, that's a ignorance and a wildness or on a different level, never seen on the planet. That's what I've noticed in America. And that's the problem I wanted to talk was like black women a lot of black women in America suffer from, they're not at peace. They're not at love with themselves. As a result, they create a situation which is very difficult for black men to love them. Because you can't live and be happy with a black female close to you who does not like her own image, who does not like herself, who is not at peace with themselves. Because one thing I noticed about black American women, they're so pretty. That's one thing for sure. I've never seen women as beautiful as black American women. If I look at a black American woman like that, I'm like, how did these black American women look so beautiful like that? But one thing which surprises me, they're extremely brutal and very nasty. And that shocked me to hell. Black women in America are like You know, they say Beauty. I watched the movie called Beauty and the Beast. Beauty was a white woman. The Beast was another creature. Black women are beautiful, but inside their hearts, the beast. That's called Beast in a Beauty. That's black women. Beauty and the Beast. That's a white female. White female and another creature. A white female, beauty, and another creature is classified as beast. But black females are beauty. Inside their minds lies a beast. The self-hatred, that darker inner demons, the past inner demons inside black females makes it impossible to enjoy them or to be at peace with them. That's one thing I studied about black American females, is that they've got inner demons, past demons, unhealed demons which are not healed. They're stuck in them. As a result, they walk with that mentality of the past demons which they carry, and they make it impossible for a black man to love them. Well, every time a black man looking at a black woman, they're passing the black woman's beauty straight and looking into the beast inside a black female. If you notice that if a woman is beautiful, the first thing you notice if you look at a woman, the first thing you look at a woman is a beauty. Every time a man looks at a woman, the first thing we look is how beautiful she is. A lot of black men, when they're looking at a black woman, a lot of black males, when they're looking at a black woman, they surpass that black woman's beauty and go into the demon, into the hearts of a black woman. And that's scary. That's scary for people to disregard your beauty and think, there's a tension. That's a problem. Why? Because a lot of black females carry past demons everywhere they go. They carry away. I went into several white women. I approached them. The moment you approach them, they're inviting. They're like an open book. You just look at it and close. Black women are like that book you are scared to touch. You know what I'm saying? And it's a shame, but because that's what I noticed in America. A lot of black females have got past demons. They carry the past demons inside them. They walk with that past demons, that past demons which of their past, the way they were raised in America. They carry them everywhere you go. And sadly, black men feel it. And that scares a lot of black men away. A lot of black men away. It's not like a black man is dating a white woman because they want. No. They go for a white woman because she's easier. That's what they do. Not only that she's easier. No. She's inviting. Other than that, because guess what? In order for any brother in America, any black man in America, in order for them to date anybody who's not black, those females must be inviting. If they're closed to security, no black man is going to date them. Zero. If they've got closed demons, no black man is going to date them. It's worse for black men to date a Caucasian female or a Hispanic female with the demons. It's impossible. A black woman becomes number one. It becomes the most preferred one. But these other vessels of females, they've got they're at peace with themselves. They're more inviting, more easy come, easy go. There is no tension when you're dealing with them. And because of that, it's not this. I don't support dating them, but I've seen why black men in America go to them. They go to them because in order for a person to date anybody, two people have to agree. In order for a black man to date anyone, the other side have to agree. Not just me going to them. No, they have to agree. You see what I'm saying? In order for anybody to go to anyone, those people you are dating, they have to agree. They have to give you the green light. I've seen a lot of women, a lot of Caucasian females, Arab, Asian women. The moment you talk with them, they're very inviting. They're very inviting, like even if you know these women are, I've talked a lot of them which were over the league, over my league. You know what I'm saying? People who I wouldn't date at all. They're way out of my league. But the moment you talk with them, they're very sweet, they're very nice, they're very welcoming, they're very warm, they're very and I'm like, I'm not into dating you or whatsoever, but they're very inviting. And it's a scary thing because that mentality I don't see to women I prefer, which is black women. I don't see it. In fact, a lot of the times you go and approach a black female, they're more closed, it's like more of a threat. And I've noticed it that because me being born outside America, I tried to approach a lot of black women. They were more closed. Pretty much they looked at me very negatively, like, and I was like, they looked more of a threat to me than I thought. Coming from the continent, I was expecting Caucasian females and other women to be more nasty to me, but sadly they were the ones who were actually good. They were the ones who were more, and I've seen like, oh my God, I came from Africa not even expecting, when I went to America, not even expecting to deal with the Caucasian females and things of that nature. But the moment I approached Caucasian females and any of that, they were the ones who were more nicer to me, more inviting, more welcoming. But the moment you talk to a black female and things like that, they were the ones who were more closed. They were the ones who were more dislike. They were the ones who were more pushing away, sort of like more of a, more anti you, like completely more of a threat. More of a threat. And I was like, I started thinking, is this the way black American males are going through? Is this the way? And I was like, geez, that's scary. Because coming from Africa, I've never been in a situation of a black female being a threat, or in Africa a black woman is not something like a threat. No. There is no one as loving as a black woman in Africa. No. And there is no one who can make you at peace with yourself than a black female. A black woman is the only one. Because me coming from Africa, I was so much at peace with black women. Leaving Africa and going to Europe and America, Canada and America, actually, I would say damaged the way I look at black women. It damaged me. I actually wish, sometimes I think, I wish I never left Africa. Because I've never ever looked at black females negatively. The moment I go, even the African females, I've noticed that African females are taking the attitude of black American females. They're taking the attitude of black American females. In Africa, they're not like that. But the moment they leave Africa and go to Europe, America, and Canada, they start behaving as black American female. You talk to them, they're more, and you're like, this woman speaks like she's from Nigeria, blah, blah, but you try to approach them and they're more negative. And I'm like, what's happened to these women? In the continent, you go to the continent at any time, you're not going to meet a nasty black female. Never. Because cultural, they're in their natural environment, then there is nobody to be nasty to about. In Africa, a black woman is encouraged to be married. In fact, they're actually encouraged to be with a black man. But the moment you leave Africa and you go to the Europe or America and Canada, there is the new wave, the anti-black spirit which is going on from throughout in America, and it has infected a lot of sisters. And sisters have become, less of, they're not at peace with themselves. And a person who's not at peace with themselves, you can't invite them, you can't be with them, you can't just deal with them, and it's a very big problem. I've noticed that. I didn't know how bad it was, but I've noticed it, and I started thinking, if black American males are facing this, oh my God, that's worse than I previously thought. I was thinking I must have underestimated what they were going through, because I didn't know, because the black men in America, men are easy. Men are very easy. What men want, again, is very easy. It's easy. I mean, men are the easiest thing. But the problem is, you need to understand, if you take white women in America, white women in Argentina, Brazil, America, Canada, Australia, Ukraine, or Russia, or Australia, you put them together, they're all neutral. white women, they're very neutral. They're very special. One thing about white females, they're very special. I've never seen women who are that special. Why I say that, I'm not saying date them or go after them or date them. No. I'm saying why they're so special. They're very neutral. They're very neutral because I've never seen women who are as special as white women on earth. They're the most special females I've never seen. Not to say go and date them. No, their behavior surprised me. Because if you take a white woman who's born and raised in, or even in South Africa, and a white woman who's raised in America, Ukraine, Russia, and put them together, they behave the same. You can't tell them apart. They behave 100% the same. A white woman in America is going to behave the same way as an Australian. Even when you are dealing with black men, they're all very neutral. That's not the case from black women. Black women in America, no. And a black woman in America and a black woman in Brazil and in Africa, you are going to tell them apart. Something is wrong here. An American is going to be obviously odd one out. A black female raised in America, she's going to be the odd one out. And I've noticed that within women. You can't tell a white woman from Canada, America, Australia, or even South Africa. Put them in one place, they're very neutral. Neutral. You know what I'm saying? One thing about the special nature of a Caucasian female is this. There is no female on earth who can leave their own husbands and go to Africa for black men, for African black men who are poor and all these things like that. But Caucasian females are the only females who can do that. No any other race. No any other race who can leave. I've seen a lot of Caucasian females who were rich with rich husbands, leaving their rich husband for poor brothers in Africa, for poor brothers in Africa. I've seen it, leaving everything they have, wealth, money, power, but leaving them for black men in the continent. And I've looked at them and think, no woman, no race of female can do something like that for us, especially looking at the black men being at the bottom. Globally, brothers are at the bottom of all other races of people. And I don't expect them to come to brothers. I don't expect Caucasian female to come to brothers. But they're the only females who can do that. There is no black woman who's rich in America who can leave a rich brother or a rich person coming to a poor place like in Africa or a poor person in any other country and marry them. The only people who can do that are Caucasian female. They've got a unique, special uniqueness about them. They're the only people who can do certain things for brothers, which no any other race. And I respect that. I'm not saying go and marry outside your race. No, I'm anti that. But I'm just saying they've got special qualities. All other women who are Asian, Arab, Mexican, most of them date brothers only if they see Caucasian females do that. They date brothers specifically because they see Caucasian females. Because Caucasian females are the only females who have got that mentality, that much right to say, yeah, we, despite having money, wealth, and power, a Caucasian man have got everything. White men have got all the power, money, wealth, power, and everything. But Caucasian female, but white females can leave them and go straight for a brother who doesn't have money. And I look at them and think, that's a special taste I've never seen on the rest of females. Ain't no Arab woman can leave a rich Arab man and go to Africa and do anything, or a rich Mexican man. Only Caucasian females do that. They can leave Australia to go to a brother in Africa. Leaving a rich Caucasian dude and go to Africa and pick up a brother with nothing. They come from America. They go to Africa and pick a African brother with nothing, leaving all the money, the wealth in America and going for a brother with nothing. Only there is nobody who can do that. And someone saying, these Caucasian females are a gift to a black man. I agree, but I'm not saying black men should go after them. But they've got a special thing about them, which no any other races of females would have ever done that, or would have ever deal with us. But they learn from these Caucasian females first. The Caucasian females are the only females on earth who can come to a brother with nothing and are prepared to give us that time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it's good that we deal with them. No, I'm saying there's a special uniqueness about them, which I respect. Is what I'm saying. Because when have you ever seen look at Serena Williams? Serena Williams is rich. Yeah. Look at, have you ever seen a black female rich like that going into, let me go and go after the most poorest brother, and 90% of black females, if they're rich, a majority, I would say 99% of black females, if they're rich, they're more likely to be anti-poor brothers. You see what I'm saying? They're more likely to be like that, but not the Caucasian female. The Caucasian female is more likely to leave their wealth and go for brothers. However, I know that they go for brothers for different, fetish reasons, fetish type reasons. I understand the other side of them. But what I wanted to say, the point is that they are the only women with those special uniqueness that they can live a rich lifestyle and say, I want to go and meet that African brother in that jungle, in that village. They're the only ones who can do that. That's a special, that's the thing. And sometimes even a lot of white men in America or in Canada, they get surprised. Like, how can you leave all this wealth and all this and go to the continent in Africa for these brothers? What the hell? Blah, 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 blah. I've noticed them doing that. But then I started respecting these Caucasian female. I'm thinking, they've got special qualities, something which a lot of brothers appreciate. Why do the brothers appreciate them the most? Because we see most of these other women look down on niggas, including our own sisters. Our own sisters look down on us. You see what I'm saying? Our own sisters look down on us. But other type of races, they look down on a sister. Sisters look down on brothers. But then the Caucasian females comes and look up on brothers. It's sort of like that, the ones who are here to, like, all you brothers who are being looked down by you, by sisters, we can take you. We want you. That's what the Caucasian sisters do. You know what I'm saying? And there's that's a special quality which I see from no any other race. But then that's a different topic. So the issue I was talking is that a lot of sisters needs to clean up their inner demons in their hearts. In order for us black people to move forward and function, black people needs to be healed in America. Black people need a healing. A self-healing and self-love of yourself. Because the only person who's self-loving and inviting, he's the only person you can enjoy. You can't enjoy a person who's more of a threat. I've never seen females being a threat. Every time you look at a female, the first thing which comes into your heart and your mind as a man is to love them. That's what we were designed to. We were designed to look at a black man was designed to, every time he looks at a black female, except your own, every time you look at a black female, you must love them. That's how we were designed to do. You see what I'm saying? That's why a lot of black men praises black women's features and stuff. Say, oh, look at their booty, blah, look at that. There's a reason why God made a black woman like that, so that every time we look at a black woman, we love them. That's why black women are created to be the bootylicious and curvaceous like that, so that every time we look at them, we get love and we like them every time we look at a black woman. If you see every time you look at a black woman and you feel like no, then that's a bigger problem, because a lot of sisters are not, their hearts and minds are not clean. They've got past demons, and that's the problem. That's the barrier for a lot of brothers. That's the barrier which every time they look at a sister, if you're sitting at home with a black woman, we need peace with the black woman. And a lot of brothers end up, they seek that peacefulness, that peace from other females, because other females have got open hearts, open minds, and they don't have, even if they've got demons, but for them, they don't carry a demon. It's clean there and there. They remove the demons. Even if they've got past issues, every time they see a new person, they're new pages. That's not the case from black females. Black females have got past demons and they carry those demons. And as a result, every time you look at someone who carry the demons, it's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to work because it creates negative energy. And unless sisters are heal themselves inside their hearts, they're carrying so much demons. Those demons makes it impossible for brothers to love them. They make it impossible for. It's like you can't go and approach a person who looks like they want to punch you. You know what I'm saying? You can't. The only person you can go towards is a person with a smiling face, a person who looks inviting. That's the 9 out of 10. That's the person you approach. You can't approach someone with a negative feature, with the features of with a threatening feature or a threatening posture. You can't invite them. That's the thing. That's the sad part of black females. They're not inviting the brother. They make things tough for brothers. They make it extremely hard for brothers. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they don't know. A lot of sisters, again, they have no idea that's the signal that's sending. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm not into swelling business now. No, I'm not into. I believe I would say this, if you want to enjoy swelling, you can swell whatever, but don't make children. No, I would say if you want to be honest with you, this is what I would support myself. If you want children, go to someone like you. If you swell with a condom and enjoy swelling separately. But if you want family to live in harmony and peace, just deal with your own. You know, deal with your own stuff. You know, I would say here's what I want. If you want to procreate with your own. That way you have a more peace with yourself. But if you want as a fetish type thing, you can swell it, but don't make children with a different type of races and shit like that. No, make children with your own people. When you want to fetishize everything separately as a way of whatever, then you can enjoy it as long as you're using a rubber and things of that nature. That's fine. But if you want to be at home and family stuff, be with your own. That's prevents a lot of crazy stuff, and that's what I would support. You know what I'm saying? And brothers, that's the thing about black women. Just you need a lot of healing. A lot of black women need a lot of healing. They've got a lot of demons. And those demons makes it tough for us brothers to approach them. Allah is like black women are so pretty. There is no. When I went to America, I'd never seen black women like that in America. I didn't know black women in America were so pretty like that. That's the thing. I didn't know that black women were so hot like that in America. I was shocked. I've never seen black women as hot and beautiful as these American ones, man. They surprised me, They surprised me, But at the same time, what shocked me at the same time, the way they were nasty, I couldn't believe it, man. How can someone be so pretty and so hot and nasty at the same time? I've never seen things like that. Because in Africa, for someone to be nasty, they must be ugly and stuff. But in America, a black woman can be as pretty as an angel and be as wild and nasty and rough as a gorilla or a beast, and that shocked me, to be honest. I'd never seen a black woman like that. That really shocked me. It's like America showed me the other side of black women I didn't know. It changed my life to oh my God, a woman can be pretty like that and she can be nasty like that. That's the other side. Because where I grew up in Africa, black women are all soft, they're all nice, they're very docile, they're very caring. They're very nice. Like in Africa, it's very rare even to see a black woman in jail. In Africa, very rare you see a black woman in jail. Some countries in Africa, they don't have even female jails at all. That's how nice the black women are in Africa. There's no jails for a black woman. Many African countries, they're just jails for men. If you talk about a black woman going to jail, many people get surprised. You're like, what? In Africa? Jail, a black woman? That's how good the black woman is. But in America, I agree, there is certain demons over there. There's a lot of, past demons affecting black women. Sadly, those demons could be passed on to children, and indirectly to black males and cause a lot of problem. But anyway, you can say whatever you want to say on the comments, and any topic you want us to talk about, brothers and sisters, say it on the comment. And peace and love, family. And make sure every time you look at a black woman, you love them. I agree there are some demonic type ones over there, but black women are beautiful. Understand that. They're very nice. They're nice people. You know, just nice people. I met one black woman. She was 48 years old, an older black woman. She was very nice. I wanted to hug this black woman. God damn it, I was just busy in High Street. Very beautiful. I've never seen a black woman like that. She was very pretty and she was very nice, because in 20 years I'd never seen a nice black woman like that. So when she started behaving nice, I mean, she was nice to me and talking about all these other things. How are you? And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay, blah blah blah. She was super nice. She was so nice. I was like, God damn it, I just want to hug and kiss this black woman, you know. But she was just you know, she was just someone I met randomly in High Street, and she was going opposite direction, and we just bumped into each other. But because she was extremely nice, I'd never seen a black woman like that in 19 years. As a result, I wanted to hug this black woman. I wanted to actually say, why are you so nice like that? Because it's very rare to see black females as nice as you. You know, she was 1 in a million. She was I would say 1 in 5 million. You know, because she was so cute. She had dark skin and extremely cute. She has cute features, like. And I was like, oh my God, I've never seen a black woman like that. You know, 48 years. And because she was extremely nice, she was smiling and inviting to me, I was like, yo, I need you to tell me, where do you come from? Where do you come from? I really wanted to, but I was in a hurry. Sadly, I couldn't found, you know, and God bless her heart. She was very beautiful. Anyway, thank you very much, guys, brothers. I'll see you in another video. Bye-bye.